Hi everybody, I'm just going to do a quick video on what security, well what we use on our motorhome on the outside and also what we use on the inside. So the first one is what we use is this Malenko lock. Yeah, they're great, the visible, so it's a visible sign of security. The only problem is anybody who's going to pinch your motorhome is going to come geared up with the right tools. So he's going to have the right cutting equipment, and that'll not take long to get off, but he'll make a lot of noise getting off, and if it's dark he'll be making a lot of sparks. So really they want to be getting it gone as quick as possible with as little noise as possible so they don't alert anybody. So on the inside of the motorhome, you've probably all seen them, these steering wheel covers. These are disc lock. They're about 110, 120 quid, I'm not sure. This is a medium size one. They come in different sizes because obviously steering wheels are all different on different motorhomes, and this is classed as a gold one. Now these are hard to get off, but if the feet's got time, if it's in a storage somewhere and there's nobody about, if he's got the right cutting equipment, he'll get this off pretty easy. But then again, he'll make a lot of noise, and it'll take time to get off. And really, when someone is pinching or taking your motorhome, they want to be in and gone as quick as possible without making as much noise as possible. So with a lock on the outside and this on the inside, it's going to give them, it might take them 5-10 minutes to get both these off, but while they're doing it, they're going to be making a lot of noise and a lot of mess. And these are pretty easy to put on and off, as I'll show you. So this is how they come off. Well, obviously common sense really, but I'll just show you. Once I've got the key in right. Literally, turn the key, it flicks that bar back, which locks it on. Take the key out, and literally, that opens up, comes off like that, and then that folds away into it. You can get a carrier bag with these. I ain't got one with mine, but it's always on the steering wheel unless we're driving. And then when you come to put it on, same thing again in reverse order. Literally, put it around your wheel, put that in that position, slide this lock, that bit, right up, press done, locked, that's it. That's sorted. So basically, that's a couple of ideas for securing your motorhome from being pinched when you're not there. But sometimes if you tour in Europe or you even tour in England and you've got a motorhome, so you're looking for nice places to park up, that's nice and quiet with nice views, and you might be there, you might turn up legally to park and you might be on your own. So when you're on your own, it's a different ball game because well, you never know what can happen, especially abroad. I've known people to be robbed while they've been in bed asleep through different scenarios. So a couple of the things I do on the inside of the motorhome, especially when we go to bed, is I put some extra locks on the door, and these are a couple of locks that I use just to secure the inside while we're asleep or whatnot. I mean, we've got a dog, so she can hear mice outside, so anybody coming around our motorhome, she'd hear them and she'd probably smell them and all. She's like lightning, so it's a good deterrent, that is. But not everybody's got a dog, so this is what I do. Now I use these door restraints. I've got two, one for each, one for the passenger door and one for the driver's door, and they're quite good bits of kit actually. All I've done is put a tie around there, which has got an alligator clip on it, which slides on and off, and then this goes across the seat into the seatbelt holder, into the where your seatbelt clicks in, and that's solid. That, so all I do is put that on, and then slide the chair back like that. So if anybody pops the lock on the outside while you're asleep, you never know. So it's always worth being over the top than being underprepared, sort of thing. You know what I mean? And if we're in a place where, as I say, if we're off grid somewhere, either in England or in Europe, and we're on our own, or we're parked in an area where there's not many people around us in motorhomes or like that, then I put these on before we go to bed, because it just saves, you never know when it can happen. It probably is not going to happen, but the chances are there's always a chance somewhere that it might happen. So, but these are good bits of kit. Same as I say, it locks on. You need a key to get it off. You can get it off easy enough when you're on it, once you're in, but the whole idea is stop and opening that door there, which it does. You can't open that door from the outside if it's unlocked at all. And they're dead easy to take off. What you do, slide the seat back forward just to loosen it, pop the key in the lock, and off it comes. And then literally, if you can either let it hang down if you're travelling to another place where you're going to be off grid, and stick it back on at night time. And the beauty of that is as well, is that if you did get some bother outside and you wanted to get away quick, obviously you've got a motorhome. If the doors are still locked and you want to be away from the situation, you can start your motorhome up, obviously take your steering wheel lock off, and you can sit on them easy enough to get away, get some distance in between you, then sort yourself out. That's the main thing, is getting away, putting some distance between you and whoever's outside. You never know who it could be. So I use them as when we go to sleep at night. There's other things I do as well. You might think it's over the top, but I don't think it is, because at the end of the day, when you're in bed fast asleep, especially if you've had a drink and you've not got a dog as a first alert, then you can't make it too secure inside your motorhome. So there is another thing what we use as well. Same as I say, you can't be over the top. You can be underprepared, not over-prepared. We use these little screamers, not all the time, but especially if we're leaving the motorhome unattended and we're going out somewhere. So I'll put these on, and these are nice and small, and they're dead loud as well. So literally, all I've done is got some kite string, and drop it down there, pull it round like that. You can see, yeah. Hook it onto where the pin's going to come out, and then hook that back onto the air like that. And literally, all I do is just hang it over one of my switch things or something like that. Anybody opens that door as well, that's obviously your motorhome alarm's probably going off by now. But if they're in a rush, pull that door at them. That's going to go off and all. That gives them something else to think about. And obviously, in times of the essence, they want to be in and gone, and the more noise they're making, the more chance that somebody's going to suss them out. So yeah, they're good bits of kit. You get them off Amazon. You can get a couple, I think, for a tenner. So yeah, they're worth having around the motorhome. I'll show you another place where I use them as well. Yeah, so that brings us to the habitation door. Now on some motorhomes and caravans, some of them are pretty flimsy and they're easy to get in. And especially if someone knows what they're doing, you know what I mean? And it's not so bad if you're not in there. If they get in, they get in. But if you're in, you don't want them coming in. So this is what I use. I use this bit of kit here. So this is a kite pole, just a typical kite pole you get from the shops. It's about 7 meters. It's whatever it's made of. I forget what it's made from now. Carbon fiber, I think. And yeah, you ain't going to break that. So I use this, and I'll show you what I do with it. Most people probably know anyway, but I'll just show you what I use on my motorhome. So basically what I've done, I've stuck a little hook here. That's on Velcro, so it comes off. But that's handy anyway for hanging bits and bobs on, like, you know what I mean? But what I do, same as I say, if we're somewhere that's out the way and we're on our own, even if you're not on your own, just for a bit of extra safety. So this thing's pretty tough, and I store mine down here. It literally slots down there behind the door. Then when we go to bed at night, same again. All I do, put it on there, on that hook. That works. That stops it dropping down. And then I've got one of these clips here that obviously we pull it through and it tightens it up. And literally, give it a good tightening like that. That ain't going nowhere, that. And then anybody pops your door or gets it unlocked while you're asleep or whatever, you ain't getting that door open. You won't snap that anyway. That's one thing. So that's one of the other things we use to stop people getting in if we're in bed and whatnot. And that's if they've got past dog like. Yeah, so it's simple enough to take off. Literally, release it, loosen it, take it off. Drop it back where I store it, down there, out of the way. Easy to get to, easy to put on. I'll leave that on, but obviously you could take it off if you don't want it on. And that's another good line of security for your habitation door, whatever you want to call it. So another thing what I do as well, albeit over the top again, these screamers, these little, they come in different sizes and different shapes and whatnot, and literally put them on my door. So like that, I put it around the handle there like that. Obviously we're short piece of pull cord on it, and then clip it onto the ring like that, and just leave it. Anybody opens that door, if they break that anyway, which I don't think they will, but if they did and they rip the door open, it'll activate, it'll pull the pin out and the screamer will go off. So then again, you've got a lot of noise going on. So which the more noise the better, because the more chance you've got of alerting somebody. So another thing we use, sounds a bit dramatic, doesn't it, all this security. So another thing we use is we use these. I don't know if you can see that. These are Apple AirTags. I think that's what they're called anyway. You get them off Amazon or wherever. And these are like trackers. So literally, it's about as big as a 50p piece, as you can see. And all you do, well, obviously when you've ordered them and they've come, just follow the instructions. They're Apple, so I would imagine they only connect to an Apple device. I'm not sure on that, but we've got Apple devices anyway. So, and that's like a tracker system. So you pair it with your phone on Find My Phone in devices. You pair it to that, and then leave it in your motorhome or your caravan or whatever. You can have 2 or 3 of them in there. And the thing is, they're nice and slim, and they're easy to hide out the way. So I know when I'm not here, when I'm at home, I can click on my Find My Phone, click on my motorhome on devices, and it'll tell me exactly where my motorhome is at that point. So they brilliant ideas. And I mean, ideally, you could have 2, 3, 4 of them just hid away in your motorhome somewhere. And then if on the off chance you did get it pinched, then the chances are you'll be able to follow where it's going, and hopefully get it back in one piece type thing. So yeah, they're good bits of kit. I'll put the order thing on Amazon where I ordered mine. I'll put a screenshot of it so you can see them. There is just one other thing what I forgot to mention. Well, I ain't forgot, but it's what do we use when we're out and about, when we're out in the towns or the cities where it's busy, because obviously like Benidorm or Barcelona and Valencia and places like that, we're in the tourist hotspots, you get a lot of pickpockets and bag snatchers and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And I would imagine a lot of people who do motorhoming are probably around our age, unless they're lucky and they can afford one when they're younger. So what I do, I've got bad knees anyway, so I carry a tin of deep heat spray, or it used to be called Roljex. I know it sounds daft, but if you end up in a situation where someone is confronting you and whatnot, the first thing you want to do is put some distance between you. You don't want to start fighting with them or out like that. You just want to be out of the way. So my wife just sticks take that out with me, like. It's illegal to carry with you. Believe it or not, it's illegal to carry Roljex or any mech that's same as that, or deep heat, because if it's sprayed in people's eyes, or even an aggressive dog's eyes or anything like that, it's going to pretty much incapacitate. Well, I can't even say the word. They're not going to be able to see for a good 20-30 minutes. So at the end of the day, it's your safety and what you can do to alleviate it, you know what I mean? So for the sake of carrying a little tiny tub of deep heat spray or Roljex, it's worth carrying it around with you, because if you've got note on you to defend yourself, then it just gives you that bit more security, doesn't it? So we do carry one of them around with us. Sometimes we forget, but most of the time she'll have it in her handbag, and we've never needed it, but you never know. There's always that one time, isn't there, and you get caught on the off chance and you're on the back foot and you've got no to defend yourself with. Well, pull it out. It sounds daft, and if you get in close contact, just spray it in the face. That's going to give you a good time to get away. Obviously don't get it in your own face, or else you're both going to be in the same position. So but yeah, but shop round, because Roljex is about a tenner a spray can, and DP, the generic mechs, you get them for £1 or £2, exactly the same ingredients, but same as I say, they are illegal to carry around and use as a weapon. But I've got bad knees, so I need to carry it around with me. Any excuse, they've just got to prove you wrong, haven't they? So yeah, that's a good idea if you want to protect yourself a bit more. Obviously, they might have knives on them or out, I don't know, but it just gives you that bit more chance. If you can get it at them in the face, you're going to get time to get away then. So just another useful tip what we use. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you later. Yeah, so in a nutshell, that's the outside and the inside security, stopping folks from getting in and all that. But what we do at night time, we'll get all his valuables together. I know it sounds like a pain in the ass, but we'll get all his valuables together and we'll take them to the back of the motorhome, because our bed's at the back. So we'll take them all there, and then they're out of sight, out of mind. And all we do is before we go to bed, lift the bed up and just lob them under the bed and put the bed back down, and nobody's going to get them when you're asleep on that bed. So and they're out of sight, out of mind. So if they did get past his security on the inside, then all your valuables are with you, and your keys, your keys to your engine and everything. You know what I mean? Keep them there with you, out the way. Keep them out of sight. Yeah, so basically that's it. That's a run through our motorhome and what security we use. People might have better ideas. I don't know. That's just our take on what we do. Just to help keep us a bit more secure when we're out and about, and hopefully keep the motorhome secure when we're not with it, and same with your valuables and whatnot. So yeah, so that's about it. So if you enjoyed the video, drop us a like, drop us a thumbs up, or subscribe, or a comment, whatever. If you drop a comment and I know the answer, happy days. Thanks for watching again. Bye.